my dear student, I'm Mr. Kitwala from Educators. I will be with you in physics for Form 5. So welcome, my dear student, to proceed with our discussion for our topic of wave, for the subtopic of this wave motion. How the wave they could move from through the medium, how they could move through the medium. This is what we are going to discuss for our today discussion here. So before we proceed with our discussion, we should remember where we ended on the last session. On the last session, we tried to discuss about the concept of the wave motion. And after there, we tried to elaborate the types of the waves. And we said that all of these waves, they happen due to the electric medium. We talk about those air, those sound. It is air, solid object, and so on. The strain that it could cause this wave motion to happen. To have only two types of those waves. We have this mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves, and so on. And we said that on mechanical waves, we are talking about the two things. We are talking about the scene that they traverse through the medium. We are talking about this transverse wave, and also we are talking about the longitudinal waves. And those transverse wave, they try to propagate a parallel. The waves propagate parallel to the direction of those to the transverse waves. The waves are propagate perpendicular to the direction of those particles. While for the longitudinal waves, the particles the wave propagate parallel to the direction of those waves. This is what we tried to learn on the last discussion. So for the electromagnetic waves, we say that here for electromagnetic, the material that doesn't require the material medium to traverse through one place into another place. It means they traverse through the medium, for instance, the radio waves and so on. So let us proceed with our discussion on the progressive and also the stationary waves. We always observe most of our students say that the wave that they try that they say that I observe the wave propagate. I observe the wave form the progressive. Now, what is the progressive? I observe some waves in water. They move perpendicular. They move at a stationary point. What is the stationary waves? This is the thing that we should understood. We should cover understood on this discussion here. So when we talk about here, the concept of progressive and stationary waves is obtained using this statement. As we observe here, my lovely student, we have been told that the motion of wave in a medium can be bound between two fixed points. Kwa motion yoyote ya ile ya waves zile waves kwenye in a medium can either be bound between between two fixed point. Kwa hiyo inakuwa inabidi bound ile motion of the waves can be bound in a two fixed point. Now we should go and see those fixed point. Imagine to yourself, my dear, so you want to form the motion of those waves. Kunachokifanyika ni nini? Kinachofanyika lazima tuwe na fixed point mbili, fixed ya kwanza na fixed ya pili. Ukisha disturb pale hizo chini na juu, it means kwamba utaona transmission ya zile waves zina move kutoka kwenye fixed point ya kwanza kwenda kwenye ile fixed point ya pili. Or unbounded to progress around the surrounding environment. This happen around to our environment as we have been told. For example, when you pluck at the middle of a strain. Now imagine we have the strain, my dear student, which contain the two fixed points. The first fixed point and also the second fixed point. If we try to pluck those if we pluck at the middle of that strain fixed at that end. Kwa tunapokuwa na kamba yetu imefungwa kwenye ends mbili, tukajaribu kuidisturb, tukajaribu pluck at the middle point. Now we should observe that the motion of the vibration, the motion of those vibrations such as waves, they appear to be bound between the fixed ends. Kwa zile tutaobserve kabisa kwamba ukisha disturb pale umesha fixed katika point mbili, ukadisturb kwenye at the middle a point, you should observe that the motion of those, you should or the wave at the vibration could appear to be a bound. Kwa hiyo itaonekana kama imefungwa. Kwa hiyo kisha disturb pale katikati utaona ita move kuelekea kulia, ita move kuelekea kushoto. This is what we should observe, my dear students. So in contrast, when you drop a stone on a pond of water, imagine we have the pond of water, or we have the bucket. Now, for the bucket, my dear student, take the stone and try to drop into the amount of water. Now, the thing that you could observe, you could see that the waves that are formed there try to move in a circular path. They try to move in a circular path. This is what we have been told. So they produce the wave progressing from the source outward toward the edge of the pond. In this case, wave can categorize them as a progressive and also a stationary waves. Kwa kitakachotokea hapo, utakachokiobserve pale ni a direction of those waves. And those waves that could be formed, they could move either, they could form either a progressive wave or a stationary waves, my lovely student here. So let us try to discuss about the progressive waves. Sasa tujaribu kuelezea kuhusu progressive waves. We see most of our friends say that the progressive wave. Now it is a time to understand the meaning of those progressive waves. So progressive waves are traveling waves that transfer energy from a source to the surrounding region without transporting the medium itself. Kwa tunapokuwa tunazungumzia hizi progressive waves, traveling waves that transfer energy. First of all, we should know that these traveling waves, the wave that trying to travel, and this they could transfer energy. Kwa kwanza inakuwa na uwezo, hizi progressive waves ni waves ambazo zinakuwa zina transfer hizi energy from a source to a surrounding region, yani kutoka sehemu ambayo kuna source kwenda kwenye environmental region, but without transporting the medium itself. Kwa ile medium inakuwa haihusiki, kwa hiyo inakuwa na uwezo tu wa kutransfer ile inakuwa na uwezo wa kutransfer energy kutoka kwenye source kwenda kwenye environment, my dear student, without involving the medium itself. This is what we say about the progressive waves. The waves are the traveling waves that transfer energy from the source to the environment without, it means without the medium itself. It doesn't involve the medium. The function is to transfer energy without considering those medium. They are created by oscillating a molecule. These are formed due to the oscillating molecule, my dear student. When those molecules try to oscillate, they could produce, they could cause these waves to transfer energy from the source into it means into the surrounding region without transporting the medium itself. So as we have been told that they are created by oscillating a molecule that pass energy to the neighboring molecule, causing a continuous wave propagation. Kwa hiyo hapa ndio inakuwa inasababisha zile continuous wave the propagation of those waves, my lovely students. Kwa ndo concept nzima ya progressive. We could summarize by saying that these are the transferring waves. These are traveling waves that transfer energy from the source to the environmental region without involving the medium itself. So after there, we have we have been told that a progressive wave can propagate either in a transverse or longitudinal waves. Kwa hii transverse, hii progressive waves inakuwa na uwezo wa kupropagate either kwenye transverse, inaweza kuhappen kwenye transverse waves whereby the particle are vibrating perpendicular to each other, au inaweza ikahappen kwenye hizi longitudinal waves whereby the wave on the longitudinal propagate parallel to each other. Kwa hiyo inakuwa inajikita katika sehemu mbili. Kwa hiyo inaweza happen kwenye hizi transverse na inaweza happen kwenye hizi longitudinal wave, my dear students. So by saying that, let us stop here. We should come and proceed with the next part, my dear students.